This is the manifesto of Mother Monster.
Every image, every performance, every entrance from Lady Gaga seems to shock and awe.
That is reportedly Lady Gaga inside that interesting shell-like sculpture.
Art feeds into her fame, and fame feeds into her art. Burlesque, sometimes even grotesque.
Just put your paws up, because you were born this way, baby.
But long before she wowed the world in a meat dress,
This is my first published piano.
Stephanie Germanotta grew up in New York's Tony Upper West Side. Piano at age 4, composing at 13. She dropped out of NYU's prestigious art school to try and make it, already fascinated with fame.
I wrote about the media and all the craziness that's going on today.
In New York's underground music scene, she forged the Lady Gaga persona. A high-speed collision of avant-garde and glam pop. And with her 2008 debut, The Fame, the Gaga phenomena blew up. This year, when Time magazine put out its list of the most influential people of the decade, Lady Gaga beat out the U.S. president.
Obama, I know that you're listening.
Her voice carries.
Are you listening?
She's used it to draw attention to LGBT rights
It is important that we spread tolerance and equality for all students.
and campaign against bullying. But beyond the activism, behind the surrealist carnival,
Would you like to see my picture with Lady Gaga?
for fans, her little monsters, she is style and substance.
She's confident, she's classy, she's beautiful, and she knows how to perform.
After she arrived for our interview, they didn't disguise their devotion.
She was like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Gaga, it's a real pleasure to meet you.
You too.
So I've been doing a lot of research on you, and which has been kind of fun, actually. And you have this reputation as a shocker, so I was really surprised to find how shockingly traditional you are. You're really tight with your parents, and you were a grade A student, and you're classically trained. So I'm wondering, why the desire to shock?
You know, I think that most people think I'm more shocking than I think I am. I don't find myself to be particularly shocking most of the time. Maybe earlier in my career it was seen as shocking, and now I think people are starting to see that I just put art in the front. This has just always been something I've really been obsessed with, putting the visuals and putting my creativity on my sleeve for everyone to enjoy, so that the element of show business always has a really strong creative energy and vision from me.
Well, you talk about the difference between sort of cheap attention and attention that you work for.
Well, I don't mind cheap applause, which I made sure to let everyone know on SNL. I'll take your cheap applause.
Cheap applause, which you get by pandering to the audience and saying things like, give it up for New York.
For me, you know, I did say in that skit that there's the way to earn applause, the other way to earn applause is to earn it.
Hard work.
Hard work and discipline and rehearsal, and that's always the most thrilling way to earn applause. And everything that you've seen me do, I've always rehearsed a lot for it. So there's a lot of passion that goes behind it.
But you do use shock too, and the costumes are pretty outrageous. So I wonder, why that choice? Why not just sing a beautiful love song and wear a pretty dress?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's just not me. It's not what I do. I'm my own artist. I have my own vision. I suppose that there's one interpretation of the female to sing a love song and look pretty and just, you know, I guess do what everyone thinks you should do. But it's just not what inspires me. And I'm inspired not just by, what I see in terms of the future of music or tech or fashion. I see also my fans, and I think about what they want to experience. And they love to feel out of touch with reality for a moment. So it might feel shocking maybe, but I really think it's just this sort of surreal fantasy that I take pleasure in creating for you.
When I got the whole world in front of me, so I said, I don't want to be alone forever, but I can be tonight.
It's not meant to disrupt you, although it might feel disruptive at first. It's meant to be a detachment from everything else. It's a bit of escapism.
It is kind of against the rules, and I wonder if if it's about power too, like you're not letting anybody control you.
Well, it's not about power for me, meaning I don't let anyone control me because I want to be in control. I don't let anyone control me because I don't want anyone to control anyone.
That's what the Little Monsters thing is about telling them to...
Sure. I mean, the Little Monsters thing.
Well, telling them to be themselves.
Well, it's not really a thing. It's really a connection, and it's really a friendship, and it's a movement and a crusade that went around the world preaching the spreading of love and compassion and equality. And I'm really proud of my fans. I feel like they put it all on the line for themselves and for me in order to spread a good message. And yes, I don't do what the industry wants me to do, because I think that when you allow corporations to control what you say and what you do and what you look like, that you are feeding the beast. And I want to feed the passion and the creativity of my fans. I want them to know that their ideas are valuable. I want them to know that they can penetrate society.
Can you still do that? Can you still control everything and tell the corporations or whatever that message to back off?
Well, I just do what I want. Do What You Want's my new single. That's why I wrote it. Art Pop is such a celebration. This is an album where I'm returning to my roots in terms of music and dance and combining futuristic fashion and technology with electronic sounds. This has always sort of been my predominant passion when I started making albums. And we're now wearing, our blonde hair and our crazy outfits that everyone thinks are shocking, and we're wearing them proudly.
The song "I Live for the Applause," it sort of feeds your critics. Not that there's very many of them saying that you're just desperate for attention. So it's both. You're using the fame to accomplish other things, but you still enjoy the fame, right?
I wouldn't say that's the most important thing to me. I would say that that's something I became good at. I love performing, and applause is about that very thing. It's about this sort of place that we're in society, where we're confused about famous people. We're confused about celebrities. We think that all celebrities are just, taking photos of their ass on Instagram for attention, and that this is what art is, and it's not. And it's also not what music is. It's not what showbiz is about at all. And I don't have to do those things to curate my own legacy. The idea that celebrities do it for the attention, this is something that's being projected upon me because of reality television and because of other celebrity females. This is not what I am. What I am is entirely different. I'm a performer, I'm rehearsed, I'm a musician, I'm a writer, and maybe coming from a girl, it's like, it sounds naughty or crass, or maybe I sound conceited, but I want my fans to know that you can be a female and you can make pop music and you can be an artist. You don't have to be embarrassed about being smart. You can be all those things. Why not?
Well, you have had a profound impact. And I just wonder, decades from now, when the gay rights issue is kind of so 2013, what will you have wanted all of your fame to have accomplished?
Well, I don't view social movements either as like, you know, trends. I view them as something that's a part of history and a part of time, something that's catapulted by a group of people that care about a means to an end. And until I die, I will care about human rights. I won't move on to another activism because I'm older or because it's, you know, I mean, actually, a lot of people said that to me about Born This Way. They said, oh, this is so 1990, and it wasn't. There's a lot of gay suicide all around the world. Young teenagers that don't come out to their parents. They don't know how to be themselves in school. These are things that are important.
You've said all of these issues everywhere that you go, but it's difficult to challenge every sort of human rights issue in every country and still be the pop star that.
Well, I don't challenge every human rights issue. I challenge particularly human rights in relation to equality and in relation to educating young people about their ability to be powerful. It's self-empowerment. My mother and I put together a bus that traveled the country that came to every single show with me. And it was a massive success, and we traveled with my tour and helped 1,000 kids a day that came for free to get free food, to get free counseling, to meet people in their respective communities that were running youth shelters or places where you could go to feel empowered as a young person. That was what Born This Way was all about. You know, for all the music and for all the imagery that people see, if you look a little closer, you would see a very dedicated and very passionate woman.
Well, you've had a profound impact on a lot of people, and thank you so much.
Thank you.